Hey everybody, it's Tiffany with your IoT Minute. Today I want to talk about maybe some of the reasons why we've got a failure to launch with IoT. What's blocking adoption? We have this big megatrend, everybody's excited. We're hearing it's $11 trillion opportunity. We hear all kinds of numbers. We hear how many devices are going to be connected in the next several years. But there seems to be a pervasive failure to launch. If I think about all the major IoT companies that have been involved, none of them are hitting it really big like they thought they would. They've done lots of investment, and there's been lots of turnover, and a lot of people are starting over again and starting over again. What do you think's blocking this? I'm going to guess. I think it's a few things. I'll give you some ideas here. One of them is IoT needs the easy button for sure. IoT is made up of so many different components, so many different technologies. From the devices and how you get intelligence onto a machine. I think a lot of people, a lot of IoT stuff out there is made for the future. The technology was made for things that are coming or things that are just now coming out now. But it's not made for the past. And the world of the present includes lots of stuff from the past. All these machines around us that we need to get value from, that we need to find out, their health and performance so we can predict failures and get more remaining useful life out of those things. All kinds of value. Those are old machines. So I think more attention needs to be focused on how do you retrofit old machines that maybe aren't smart. We got to be able to make it easier to make those things smart. There's a whole alphabet soup of weird protocols and ways to talk to those things. None of that part's easy, but it has to be done. The rest of it, after you get from the messy stuff, and I think it's good to isolate the messy stuff out at the edge, but then the rest of the systems need to be clean and be using technologies that we all know. We need to try to get rid of the complexity there and try to quit saying everybody trying to see how smart they can be with each other. Don't go with the most efficient protocols or the most efficient technologies. There's always the better stuff out there. You need to go with the stuff that's most ubiquitous and pervasive that everybody knows. I talked before about the web saving IoT. I think that's right on the money. Make the rest of IoT easy. HTTP, JavaScript, REST, compressed with gzip, use TLS, SSL to encrypt things, use certificates, use things that we already know everywhere. So easy buttons got to be everywhere. So it's got to be easy for developers of IoT solutions. So it can't be a lot of esoteric technologies. It's got to be easy, widely known technologies. Everybody knows JavaScript. It's super easy. When you go do ML, Python, really easy. We teach our kids that. So keep the way we build stuff easy as possible. Make sure it's easy for users too. It's got to be easy to acquire the technology. It's got to be easy to implement. It's got to go out really fast. Right now, these IoT projects sometimes are multi-year projects. The manager who approved the deal for you to do your IoT project is probably going to get fired halfway through the project because it's taking too long. And his or her bosses are getting fed up. Where's the value? Why is this taking so long? We got to speed that up. How do we do that? Think about Agile programming versus Waterfall. Agile, it's all about quick wins. It's user stories. It's getting small, quick wins out there and showing value right away. Getting a minimum viable product that's always working. IoT has got to be the exact same way. So another big reason why IoT is not working is people are trying to boil the ocean. People are trying to get CEO or board level approval to literally boil the whole company's ocean and transform everything at once with IoT. That is just not going to fly. Because even if you get that approval, it's going to take too long and people are going to start getting fed up and wondering when the value is coming. Start with little quick wins. You got to go after targeted things, targeted use cases. Do something small, see the win, then incrementally add to that. So, security is another big reason why we've got a failure to launch. People are freaked out and paranoid about IoT hack. They should be, it's crazy. IoT has got to be the most secure thing ever built, right? I certainly think of it that way. Where I work at Hitachi, we build nuclear power plants. So the IoT technology I work with, Lumada, absolutely it's super secure, but it's all got to be super secure because we're all in this together. So security at every tier of the solution is so super critical, or we're going to continue to have failure to launch. We've got to lock down those devices, the endpoints, the machines, the microcontrollers. They are the weak link typically in the solution. Those all have to be locked down. That data traversing, identifying everything, locking that down, rotating keys, making sure we do a lot of great security on subnetting and networking, having isolated networks. I know IoT is about letting the data be free and all over the internet, but depending on the use case, sometimes you may need to feel like you're going a little bit backwards in time and do something that looks a little M to M. I know a lot of people argue with me when they say, well, air gap doesn't mean secure. I totally get it. But the more barriers you can put up between your critical infrastructure and the bad guys, the better. Security has got to be job one. So security, easiness, go after targeted use cases, get quick wins. Don't try to boil the ocean. Everything's got to be simple, and you got to make it easy for customers to understand all this stuff. It can't be pie in the sky utopian stuff. It's got to be quick wins. I'm going to apply this IoT technology. It's lightweight, and each tier of that technology has got to be as low cost as you can imagine, because everybody's getting paid. I've talked about how everybody's got their hand out, whether it's microcontrollers, whether it's wireless connectivity, it's server infrastructure, it's cloud infrastructure, it's analytics, it's all that kind of stuff. Those all have to be beaten down and as low cost as you can imagine, so that the whole solution doesn't eat up the potential ROI that you're going to get from it, because that's a great way to end the solution right away. Put all that stuff together and let's push that big easy button and let's get some IoT adoption. All right? Okay, I'm out.